Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here. On the markets, we'll do a full middle of the day market update. Yesterday, of course, we had the Federal Reserve meeting. I was live streaming during that, so it was nice having you all around. But now, kind of wanted to do an update on what's going on, right? So the US market is opening in about 50 minutes. A little bit less probably when you're watching this video, but I just wanted to prepare you for today. What are the possibilities? There's a lot going on. I mean, yesterday, obviously, to start off with that, we had that Federal Reserve meeting. I thought it was slightly bullish, but if you take a look at the probabilities for next meeting, CME actually expects no rate cut at the next meeting, which is not bullish for crypto. Right, the market so far is still reacting relatively well, and if you go to the 4-hour time frame, like Bitcoin is holding up decent, right? I mean, I'm actually relatively bullish on Bitcoin on the short term. We'll get to that a little bit later, but no, I mean, if we go over all the fundamentals here, including the stock market, including the dollar strength index, they're all actually pretty good for crypto. Right, dollar strength index, sure, it's not that bearish, but it's still bearish on the higher time frames here, and it has also not bounced, even though the probabilities for a rate cut have decreased. And then second of all, like I said, the stock market is actually doing relatively well as well. You can see the futures here are holding their own. There's still this gap to the upside we have to fill, and then the Coinbase Bitcoin price this morning was better. But it's still kind of bouncing from Bitcoin. It's still kind of bouncing from a premium and a discount, which is pretty good as well. So overall, I am slightly bullish on Bitcoin. Now, what I do want you to know before we'll talk about what I expect from Bitcoin, which is not this, that was for the thumbnail, bit of clickbait, I'm sorry. What I do want to say is that tomorrow is the end of the month, all right? End of the month, and then at the same point of time, we actually have quite a lot of data. Today we also got some data. Ooh, GDP growth is actually down a bit. That's causing the dollar strength drop. But outside of that, tomorrow, more importantly, we actually have the core PCE price index and the PCE price index. That's going to matter, all right? That's basically inflation rate data. So I'll still keep you updated on that, but that's data you have to keep an eye on, all right? And we're looking for lower than expected results. All right, but for Bitcoin right now, given the fact that I think the fundamentals actually look quite good, and the dollar strength index could actually drop down lower with that negative GDP data, what I would say is most likely, and then also just in general looking at the structure for Bitcoin here, which in my opinion, and if you watched the video this morning, just skip ahead a minute. But I still think this is a structure. We bounced from the bottom half, so I still think we have a little bit of room to move up here. Now, ultimately, and I've talked about it this morning as well, ultimately, I don't think we're strong enough to break out, right? There's a lot of leverage in the price right now, which I don't like. And then outside of that, the volume is just too low at this point of time to break out. So a little bit more bullish momentum. Yes, I do expect that. Breakout, no. And then outside of that, what I do think you need to be wary about as well is that the dollar strength index has actually dropped down quite a bit. Bitcoin dominance, has dropped down a bit. Like if we and get rid of those fair value gaps, if we actually get a bearish breakout here, and if we start some sort of a short-term downtrend, altcoins can do very well, even if Bitcoin doesn't go up much more. But keep an eye on this, because if the Bitcoin dominance returns to being bullish again, like it was for the majority of the last couple of weeks, be very careful with altcoins, all right? And I would even argue, as long as this structure is quite bullish, be careful with altcoins. Talking about altcoins, there are some interesting ones that I wanted to talk about. Personally, I bought this morning, I bought some Fartcoin. That's always great to say that I bought that, but I think that's looking pretty decent, gaining quite a lot of momentum and volume. Hype is also very strong, so that might be a coin to keep your eyes on. Usual is actually trying to get a bullish reversal. Now be careful with this coin, because as you can see, it has been ridiculously bearish over the last period of time. I personally think that SUI is also still looking good here on the 12-hour time frame for a move up. I think Ondo is actually looking quite bullish. I think BitTensor is still very strong. So I'm now just going over these altcoins that I think you need to have on your watch list. Now, whether you want to do something with it or not, that's up to you. Litecoin is putting a lot of volume, and obviously that has some sort of a narrative with the ETF. also very interesting. And then last one, a coin that's also looking better than it did the last couple of weeks is Athena. Right, you can see Athena has been quite bearish since the start of January, but now it's trying to get a bullish reversal. I think it's a bit too early to actually call this a bullish reversal, but it is worth to actually keep an eye on this. And if we move up a bit higher, if we get a bit more strength, I think this is interesting. But like I said, keep your eyes on the dollar strength index, keep your eyes on the Bitcoin dominance, keep your eyes on the Coinbase Bitcoin price, and only focus on altcoins if we actually see that drop in Bitcoin dominance. That's what I think you need to know. Those are my thoughts. So thank you for watching. Make sure to join the Telegram or the Discord group if you're interested in that. There's links down in the description to my Signal group as well if you want some profitable trades and if you want to become a better trader. That's all up to you. For now, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.